Hey everyone, this is Jason bringing you another Canvas tip of the week. This week's tip deals with some new features released into the assignment tool within our instance of Canvas. At times in Structure, the company that produces Canvas uh, is on a continuous basis to develop new options or resolve concerns of ours as the end users of their tool. And at times, those options are released to us without the admin's control as to when it's a good time to release them versus at times we the admins can release it at a better time when there's a break or a better time in general. Okay, so some of these features are readily available, and I want to try to help you integrate them or make them a part of your repertoire of your ways of interacting or receiving deliverables from your students. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump in. As you can see, I've logged into my sandbox and I got an assignment called Tip of the Week. And I'm going to go ahead and look at the student view. So before I look at the student view, let me jump back. Sorry. One of the options, if you notice, is called media recording. So in other words, one of the new options is this, where now we as a faculty can allow students to record themselves as a deliverable for their assignments. Okay, so the way you make that available to students as you're creating your assignments, let me get down to here. Okay, so obviously you have to have the online option available because no submission or paper doesn't give you any other options. And of course, external tool means there's an external program that's submitting the assignment. So the only option is online, and don't need website URL. I just happen to check text entry. You don't need text entry, but definitely need the media recordings option. Okay, to uh, enable students to do recordings as a deliverable. So now from the student view, okay, and so this interface is part of the new submission process that was released back in November, this past November. So I'm gonna go ahead and scroll down and begin the process of my attempt one, and I got two options. I'm gonna go ahead and choose media. And then once I click on the record button, then the interface will come open and allow the student to uh, record themselves. Okay. Next is next is with regards to reassignment. So there's a option now. Once a student has submitted something, so let me go back under student view. And I go ahead and submit something into the text entry. First attempt. And submit. All right, so all well and good. If you notice that I have multiple attempts available, okay, before the due date. So this assignment is due Wednesday, later on tonight. So I have two more attempts. So that's one of the key things. You also got to have allowed students to have multiple attempts. So initially, when I first came across about the option for reassignment, I thought it would be a neat shortcut workflow to grant the student another attempt on the assignment. But that's not the case. What this does is, let me go back to student view. So typically this assignment would appear on the student views on their to-do list. And if you notice, there's nothing left on the student's to-do list now, okay? So once I start to grade this assignment, okay, so for me, I got a new assignment submission. So let me go ahead and get into this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and try to post a grade and say, okay, fine. And then add a comment. And let me add, I'm gonna tell the student to try again. Maybe I should give them a lower grade and say, try again. Hit submit or the comment. Now there's a button here that lights up, says reassign assignment. So by clicking on this, this pushes this assignment back onto the student's to-do list. That's all this does. It does not grant another attempt because what you're telling the student to go ahead and exhaust another attempt, okay? Instead of the students having to dig through and try to find the assignment or whatever, it's put back on their to-do list and they should get the notification and say, hey, you still have an assignment to submit. So let's go back and check out our student and see what that to-do list looks like under the student view. If you remember, it was blank. So now it's put back. So that's what reassign means. It means to put back onto the student's to-do list. It does not mean to grant the student an additional attempt. Okay, so that's pretty much the two new features that recently came out within the last few weeks, between now and then over the last month. So please be on the lookout for additional attempts, and also please check out this month's schedule of workshops. So see you next time.